what's up? Haven't streamed in forever, so we'll see how it goes. I'm stuck about 100 big blinds. Actually, probably more. Let's see. Hold a manager. Yeah, stuck a little over a buy-in right now. Let's see. Hold a manager. Let's get the graph up. Yeah, stuck a little over a buy-in right now. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Hold a manager. Let's get the graph. There we go. Alright, so this guy gave us a hard time. I made, I think, a pretty bad shove against him. He's been kind of weird. So I had pocket threes and the board was like 8, 9, 2 with 2 clubs in a 3-bet pot. That I had 3-bet to 11 bigs, and he like essentially clicked it back, I thought, for a while and jammed on him, and he had 8-5 of clubs, so he had a pair and a flush draw. So I was essentially drawing dead. In fact, he might have had, I can't remember if I was even blocking a club, so I might have had 1 out. So that was not great. I can't remember. Besides that, nothing too crazy's happened. This is kind of weird. Pretty sure I raised button to 3 bigs. He flatted and he just min-bet flop. You could probably get away with raising flop there, but we'll go for two medium-sized bets on the turn and river. Now we'll go for a full-size bet. If he leads, I guess I'll just call. He has some like gut shots that would play it this way, some gut shot flush draws that are poorly played this way. Now we're gonna raise fold. It's too small of a bet. We've got aces up. I think aces are paying us off. Queen 10, 8, 10. Jack 9 got there. Jack 9 of spades got there. King Jack got there. So some hands beat us. If he comes back over the top for a shove, I think we like theoretically need to fold. He's just not that aggressive post flop. So, but he calls us off. I'm guessing it's a 1 pair weak ace type hand. It's kind of weird to play it that way. Min bet flop, check call turn, like essentially min bet the river. He had queen 9, so you got 1 pair of queens. I guess he was putting us on a missed flush draw. So when he does this little min bet on the river, it's essentially like a blocking bet. He doesn't want to get raised, so when he gets raised, he needs to just fold. Like, pretty clear fold. And, you know, I guess he just didn't believe us. He thought maybe we'd raise a flush draw or something. We can't value raise anything worse, obviously. Like, our only value raises are really aces up. I don't think ace... maybe I would raise fold ace king there. We flop a gut shot straight flush draw. Not bad. This guy fold to c-bet. He has yet to be c-bet, so we'll put out a little one, see what happens. Nothing really going for us unless a 10 rolls off. Yeah, and this one we take it down, which is okay. I mean, we have 6 high, so I'm okay. Semi-bluffing. It's always fun to hit your hand and win a big pot, but usually you're not going to, so you might as well just be happy. Be happy getting the semi-bluff through. Let me fix my camera here real quick. Let's do something like that. All right, let's also get the let's get the graph up. I thought the graph would auto-locate. I set up this stream background you're seeing myself, so I was hoping it would auto. We're supposed to go in automatically, but let's see. All right, we'll get our results graph, and we need to go like this. Add window, window capture. Yep, and we'll drag it here. Something like that, I think, will work. Alright, well, they changed the proportions on me, so it's not fitting in there, but okay. Alright, we'll fold ace-4, we folded ace-6. We will open 4-5 suited from the cutoff. Kind of an unfortunate situation if he calls. You're really looking to be in position with the suited connectors. You want to be in position against guys who are deep, where you can fire against them or win a big pot, and kind of dictate how the hand plays out with positional advantage. When a guy's got 20 bigs, if he called like $1.50, he'd have $10. It'd be $3 in the pot. We're not looking at a stack to pot ratio. That's really good for 5-6 suited. And if I had been paying attention to that, I might have not raised 5-6 there, especially because this guy's 35-6. We have to imagine he's coming along pretty often. His fold to c-bet's also only 50, and by the time we get to the turn, if I c-bet even half pot, the pot's $6. and he's got like $8 behind, so it's a pretty bad spot if we've whiffed. But it's okay, it worked out. Let's see, is everything coming through? We got the graph. We got the video, we got the tables up. All right, I think we're in a good place here. All right, $13 deep. It's 26 bigs. Top pair, top kickers going in. Hopefully going in. And if he beats us, that's fine. But given that stack to pot ratio, with a top pair, pretty much any top 1 pair hand we're going to be happy with. I want to size this so I can value shove river against hands like ace 10, ace 9. I think if we bet 350 on the turn, we'll be able to just jam any river, assuming he calls. If he jams here, he'll show us ace 6 sometimes. He'll show us queen 8, that's slow played. Queen 6 would be kind of ridiculous, but you never know. Ace 9 gets there, 8 9 gets there, queen 9 gets there. But we are just going to be putting this in on him. And we'll just hope he calls it off with like ace 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, something like that. So he's going to show ace 8, flopped aces up. A little 3-outer for us, against us. And he slow played it, which is fine given his stack size. I probably would have jammed river myself because I can check back there. If I don't have an ace, I don't really think I have fold equity. I would be checking back there. So I think he should jam river and see if he can get me to look him up weak, but it's okay. Probably don't defend ace 8 offsuit against under the gun opens if you're watching this. I'm gonna try to isolate here with jack 10, though I wish I was on the button. That's exactly why he comes along. I did not expect him to come along with a ton of his hands, so his range is going to have a lot of pocket pairs, some ace jack, ace queen type things. If it's a pocket pair that's not 6s or 7s, this is a pretty good flop for us to bluff. If it's ace queen, ace jack, ace king, we're going to lose this hand. Let me turn a gut shot. Do I want to fire one more? I don't think he can have a set, given how drawy it was. So I think we're going to fire one. We do have outs to the nuts now. Ace jack could actually find a fold here, though we're blocking ace jack and ace 10. Ace queen could even find a fold if he's nitty. I don't think ace queen should find a fold there, but some hands like pocket 8s, 9s, 10s, jacks that just called instead of 3-bet pre, even with the ace out there, they'll call flop and then fold turn. So I think we have some fold equity, and like I said, we have 4 outs to the nuts. Technically we have 3 outs to the nuts. One of the jacks or one of the queens would give us a possible flush out there, which makes it hard to extract a ton of value on. But we turn some outs. I think it's an okay card to barrel, because jacks and 10s are scared of that. If a 2 comes out, it doesn't give us any more outs, and it also shouldn't be very scary for a hand like 9s, 10s, jacks, who, like, if they think, well, this guy probably doesn't have an ace, I'm just going to call him down. Now, when the king comes out, even though theoretically I probably wouldn't like big bet a king there, it'd be like a weird way to turn a hand into a bluff on the turn. I think it would scare players who don't think on that level, so that's why we fired it. Let's get an update on the graph. I don't know where we're at. I think we're probably still stuck about one buy-in. I think we're stuck 62 over 100 hands. And we'd essentially be even if I hadn't decided to just spaz out. This guy was playing a little bit crazy. He still is. 3.5 ag factor, 41, 31, 40 steal, 46 actually isn't that crazy. He hasn't 3-bet though. But I made a pretty big 3-bet, and the board was pretty good for it was pretty bad for a lot of the hands that would be raised than defending. So I thought, hey, he probably doesn't have much, and nope, he had defended a pretty big 3-bet with 8-5 suited. So I'm happy to see that type of player at the table. And we just, we'll know he can show up with anything, and we'll just value bet him kind of relentlessly, 3-bet for value. It's just frustrating all around. I very rarely 3-bet my small pocket pairs. Hey, there's jacks up. But I did, and he ended up with the best hand, having us really crushed. Ace King, that's a great example. Hopefully he opens. He does not, but we are going to be able to kind of, hopefully this guy calls, we can just squeeze. So last time we had ace king, we flopped top, but unfortunately this guy had made aces and eights. This would be very weird if he comes along, but bad players do bad things. And he's 67-0, so I have a feeling he's gonna find a call here. Hopefully we flop strong. For a king high flop, I'm not too scared of aces, and given their stacks, I'm definitely not scared of aces from him. Given their stack sizes. Okay, weird. Yeah, we're just gonna put it in. We have 2 overs, gut shot, and hopefully some fold equity. He's gonna call, and he's free rolling us for hearts. Cool. So we get to pay some rake. So that $1 probably looks like we lost a little bit on that. He played it fine. $10. There's $10 in the pot. You have 2 overs, a flush draw, or a backdoor, not flush draw, and a gut shot. So he played it fine, and looks like we each lost 72 cents or something, or 42 cents to rake on that one. We have a gut shot, which we just hit, and I think we're going to check. A lot of times people float here, so I'm going to check and see if he is floating, and we should be able to put the money in on him if we can get if he makes a decent sized bet. I think I'll just call and then jam river. I think we're gonna click it back and then jam any river. It's gonna be hard for him to bet 2 and then fold for 2. And we'll just put it in on him. Went a little bit back. I think he had close to 15, 14 something. So won about 12. Looks like we won 1273, 1225, something like that. Nothing incredible, but we'll take every little bit we can get. This guy is 47-10. We're just gonna call. Don't flop much. It's not super aggressive post though. His c-bet percentage is 100. Yeah, we played with this guy earlier. We'll check raise. I'll probably fire some turns too. That's definitely one we're gonna fire. Since we're repping our semi-bluffs got there, and we're trying to rep a big hand before that, so possibly he could have a flush, a straight, or a boat. In which case, you know, he's going to make us pay here, but if not, it's okay. This guy 3-bet and then checked back. Alright, well, we're definitely going to be bluffing this too. He doesn't have a heart, it's pretty hard for him to call. He's going to jam on us. So guessing a boat. 6 of hearts would be sick. That'd be sweet if he had the flush draw or something. This guy 3-bet pre. We might get coolered here against pocket jacks or pocket aces, but we flopped a set. I'm not gonna. Oh my gosh! All right. Hopefully it's ace queen or ace jack. I don't know why ace jack would play it though. He folds river. Gotcha. Pocket queens. I don't know. That's weird. So we lost a little bit there. Looks like we lost 35 divided by 2 and 143 divided by 2. So up a little bit in that exchange. Yeah. Nothing too crazy. Though I'm curious what... yeah, alright, we'll see a flop. I am a little bit curious what he had that played it that way. I don't know. I mean, the straightforward play, and this would probably be optimal at 50-0, would be just like, you defend ace jack and start 3-betting it. Probably just like check fold, maybe check call. I think you just check fold and go on to the next hand. I decided to do something stupid, so yeah. We turned a pair and a gut shot. No one bet the flop, which I would expect most kings to bet flop, so I think we'll just bet fold this turn. The river comes like a complete brick. This guy's ag factor's 4, and this guy's been pretty aggressive, so I think we would. I mean, if he checked to us, I'd probably make a very small value bet, hoping Jack 10, Jack 8 looks it up. If he If he had came along and he had folded, I think maybe I'd check, try and see if he would bluff some of his hands. Yep, still stuck about one buy-in. Gonna fold here, didn't flop anything. We have a backdoor nut flush, backdoor bad straight, but nothing to get too involved with. Yeah, let's see if we can flop another set of fours. I flopped quad fours yesterday, which was pretty cool. Against queens, flop came 4-4-3. He jammed for about 3 times the size of the pot, and then obviously we called and held, so that was nice. Pretty bad card for fours. We also don't have a spade, so we're not blocking people who have a flush draw. We also can't make like a bad flush that checks through, so it's gonna be a very trivial fold for us. Fold to steal 100. We will try to steal. Excuse me. Plays 48-41 over 31 hands, but he's folded to steal almost everything. So 2/3 pot size bet. We flop an up and down straight draw. Now we have a pair and an up and down straight draw. I'm just going to continue to be aggressive. 10 jack got there. We're blocking it a little bit with the 10. Some 2 pairs got there. 8-7, 9-7, stuff like that got there. This is annoying. This is really annoying. 662, and we could be drawing dead. Probably drawing thin. Maybe you just check turn. Why'd I do that? He hasn't been that aggressive post flop either, so I can't see him having very many bluffs. 10 jack, 5-6 got there if he called with a gut shot. If we hit our straight, yeah, I was much happier with this hand on the flop. We're just gonna let that go. I'm gonna let that go. I'm gonna fold there. So, what's up, Grinya? Grinya. Speaking in Russian. Fortunately, I do not speak Russian, mate, but if you speak English, I'm happy to talk with you. Grinya. We'll defend the min raise. Check fold. Big chips, like so annoying. Will it not let me buy again? I did this yesterday. Ace high could actually win here if it checks through again. And the board pairs there. Oh, what hands would check back that flop? Definitely folding. There. Pocket sevens will raise button. Hi, what's up, buddy? Ace 8 fold, we will steal with ace deuce, 4-10 fold. Yeah, can't buy chips. Ignition, just like, it seems, unfortunately, to kind of just be like one glitch, one annoyance after another, seriously. The games are so good I can't leave, but the software, for formerly being Bovada, and for being a site that is supposedly, played on, they essentially have, that's kind of funny. So a guy limps small blind, guy just open jams and he actually thinks for a little bit. For being a popular site, they put no thought or effort into their infrastructure, though they seem to spend plenty of time trying to come up with new ways to switch up the status quo, so to speak, on how online poker's played. I mean, honestly, their new way of Picking tables, it's not new now, it's been around for 3 months, is essentially atrocious. It's by all accounts killed the limit games, which might be fine with them, and made heads up unplayable. Even if you're not a huge bum hunter, I'll essentially sit and play anybody, at least for a while. That would sit me, but you can't even do that anymore. Alright, we'll float one. 23, 10. I think I'm going to mix it in a rare 3-bet here. So King 10 got there, and the flush got there. So we're going to have a decision if he jams here. He is pretty aggressive. Yeah, easy call. Yeah, interesting play. Alright, we're going to win that one, thankfully. Do I want to fire 2 barrels? His fold to c-bet's only 33%, so he likes to float quite a bit, so I think we are going to fire another one here. I think I'm going to size like a little over half pot. I can't imagine ace-king, ace-queen being hands that want to come along anymore, though I am blocking ace-jack and ace-queen. What hands would this guy have? Jacks? It has to be jacks, right? Yeah, I was going to say, the way he played it, he really can't have anything except jacks if he's calling that river, unless he hero calls ace-king. So I was hoping ace-king, ace-queen, he would jam, almost certainly be jamming pocket 10s. I don't think there's much to be scared of out there if he had pocket 10s. So when he check calls river, it's jacks 100% of the time, and he does show us jacks. Kind of unfortunate we're blocking some of those combos. Really felt like ace-king, ace-queen to me. That's why I did a little small bluff on the river. I don't think ace-king's going to look it up for 20 there. But he does. Ace-high is going to win here, too. This guy floated ace-high. Could have a 9. 5 got counterfeited, so it would be sweet if he had 5-6 or something. And doesn't want to bluff. Yeah, we're just going to fold here. Can't get more chips, so it's just... the annoyance continues. This guy's super aggressive, ace-queen, hopefully going in pre. It does not. Can't buy more chips. Great table, so can't leave, but it will not let us buy more chips. It's so ridiculous, seriously. Pathetic. How much are we stuck now? 2 buy-ins. So our hiccups have added up. We haven't really played it. One huge one, but we've spazzed out a couple buy-ins here today. Love to get it back from him. Very weak player. 72. I'd make a dent in it. We're gonna flop 1 pair on that board. Not great. This is just essentially rage tilting. We can't even top up, and we've got a fish with $264. This is what I'm talking about. Honestly, Ignition has to get their stuff together. It's really, really pathetic. Buy more chips. Let me buy more chips. Like, it's not even that hard to understand here. Can we just let players who want to top off, top off? I've been asking them forever if they would let us auto top off. Can't do that. Yeah, it's only technology that's been around since I started playing in 2007. So that's probably too much to ask. And now we can't even buy more chips, so great. Guy's got $337. I can't even get a full stack. Tempted to leave and then come right back and hope it gives me the same table. But it's a bit of a gamble. I don't want another table. I have an open ender here, we'll call. So we're trying to grind out some of these, some tickets, some $22 tickets. You can get up to 5 of them. And now we have a pair. Pair and an open ender. Now we have a boat. 7-5 or pocket sevens. Oh my gosh. There's only 2 5s left in the deck. The running 5s hit to give us second boat and him. Technically, his second nuts, he could lose to pocket sevens. We could have lost to pocket sevens too. Maybe I should have thought longer and tried to fold there. That'd be kind of ridiculous though. Oh my gosh, I love it. Can't get chips on one table and then just like, you couldn't plan that out better for him if you wanted to. I mean, there's 2 5s left in the deck. They come running to give me a boat and him the second nut boat. So, thanks Ignition, as per usual. It's fantastic. Fold to steal 25. We're done trying to steal against him. Oh boy. Honestly, I'm not tilted by that at all, but I'm very tilted by this table not letting me top off. This guy's 250 big blinds deep. This guy's like a trillion big blinds deep. It's insane. Top set, yay. Yeah, I'm back. Auto post blind. What? That's 650 on the river, so I know he has something. Maybe I just call? Let's just call, right? No. This is actually kind of a weird spot because it's hard for them to have much. I'm gonna bet small. Probably should just check. And he calls really quick, so let's see if he'll bet for us. Yeah, I knew he wouldn't. That's unfortunate. And gut shot got there too. Whatever. What can you do? I guess if I bet flop, I need to just like bet turn, bet river. I was really hoping like a float was possible in there. What the heck's wrong with this thing? There we go. So we are stuck 140, so about 3 buy-ins, about 200 hands. Fantastic. Particularly that one cooler, that was a lot of fun. Red line's fine. I mean, we just haven't won at showdown. We haven't had the best hand, and then yeah, like I said earlier, I essentially got it in drawing dead for a stack against him before I started filming, and then that last little cooler where we hit running 5s, and it feels like, hey, great, we might have just busted somebody who hit a gut shot on the turn or something, but no, he's got 7-5. Those were the case 5s to hit. Running case 5s. Boat over boat. But that's kind of just poker. Is what it is. Not too upset about it. Like I said, and I'll complain one more time and then I'll stop. The fact that I can't buy chips on this table is just infuriating. Give up 7s. Try and play a little more straightforward. Prime loot. Don't care. I think maybe check. That would be okay. In fact, I think I prefer check there. queens, super aggressive bad player, and he folds, and this guy folds too. Now he's 30-4, which is a little more. These guys are both 30-4. That's funny. That's way too big of a bet. Nope, just kidding. That was perfect. Please have ace jack. Please have jack 10 and just almost be drawing dead. Dang it. What a horrible river, LOL player 4 says. What happened? Queen 10. Oh, okay. So he had a boat. He still won, but he got counterfeited by any king, any 9. So couldn't get any value. Well, the guy had got shots, so it didn't matter much. Pocket 5s, we'll raise that up. See if we can't steal a new player at the table. And we'll just jam it on him. Blind be blind. Try to win a flip. Probably gonna be hard to win a flip. He's got aces. And flop top set. We don't have any club. Could have running clubs to chop. Not gonna win that. Still, can I buy chips here? It's a great table. Can I buy chips? Nope. Very frustrating. I think we'll isolate here. We'll probably just c-bet half pot. Only has to work 1 in 3 times. I think I'd bet that technically 5-handed. What do we have here? Yeah, we'll 3-bet that. Take that down. Kind of hope this wins since it won't let me buy more chips. Wonder if I go broke. Like, I wonder if there's some added equity in like just going broke here. Not on this hand, obviously. Just so I can get 100 big blinds against these guys. What are you timing for? Do whatever you want, bro. Raise button, and he folds there. Alright, so we got $33 to work with. How's the graph looking right now? Probably pretty bad. We are stuck. 143. Yeah, that's about where we were last time we checked in. 6 deuce, we're going to fold. 4-6, I'm going to fold. This guy's fold to steals 86, actually, so can we get out of that? So, if it does happen to fold to us, well, actually it goes limp. I guess we'll just peel one off, try and make a straight. 1 pair, bottom pair. This guy's got the jack of spades. Guy had the second nuts. Did he check back the second nuts on the river? 410 hits the muck. What's up? What's up, man? We got Twitch and YouTube up. Alright, Queen 9 check, Ace 10 we are going to raise under the gun. Ace 10 suited. I'll just let that go. Check there. Fold that. This guy puts in a 3-bet. His 3-bet percent is 6. Not really a ton of reason to go crazy, so we will let it go. It's also not very aggressive post flop, so probably pretty straightforward player. He's 21-16, very tag. His 3-bet percentage, like everything is very taggy numbers except his ag factor after the flop. So Ace 10, we're not going to call with it. I mean, the obvious answer is fold. You could theoretically like 4-bet or like. I mean, 4-betting would suck. So let's say you 4-bet. He made it 7, and you think he's squeezing, so you 4-bet to like what? Pretty much any answer sucks. Because if he jams, you're either going to have to call it off bad or fold your equity away pre. If you make a big 4-bet, like let's say you're like, oh, just 3x it. You make it 21. He shoves. It's going to be calling 29 to win a bunch. You're not going to be able to fold pre. You make it small, you're going to have similar problems. He also might jam light on you. So, I don't know. We just have to fold. No big deal. Fold to steal 100%. Yeah, we'll try and steal. Ace king will raise on the button. Nice to just get in and pre against one of these guys. 33-22. He's yet to 3-bet. Let's put a like 3-bet in on this guy. We do win $5 for free there. I like every once in a while. Ace-5 suited, ace-deuce suited. Those are like two of the hands that I'll mix in a light 3-bet with occasionally. This guy, I was hoping would just fold pre. Yeah, we flop. Second pair, backdoor nut flush draw. I think we're going to check back here and see what happens on the river. I think there's some pocket 10s and 9s. Hopefully he goes check-check and he shows like some ridiculous ace-queen. He's not very aggressive post-flop. So 6-7 got there. The flush draw missed. I don't think he betted jack like this. Boy, interesting. I'm gonna have to time bank this. I don't think 9s, 10s would bet like this. So sets, ace queen. I think I might be calling here. Ace king. I mean, you can definitely have ace king, right? You have king jack. Yeah, you have king jack. Yeah, we're not gonna open that. Okay, I really want to go broke on this table so I can get more chips. It's like ridiculous. So, king jack. Makes sense, actually. Alright, playing heads up. Actually gives us a chance to get unstuck. And it's ridiculous. We get I'm literally on rage tilt, not from anything that's happened on the table, but the fact that it won't let me buy more chips on such a good table. So annoying. Buy more chips, please. Should win this one. Nothing there. What are we stuck? 4 buy-ins today? Let's see. No, not ignition. Right. Yeah, we're stuck 165. Actually, not too bad. About 3 buy-ins. 2 pair, heads up. I like that. Yeah, he folds. I think we'll see how he responds to 3 bets. I actually don't like king 9 as a 3-bet hand, but it's okay. I like to be like much more polarized. So between, yeah, and he sits out. Great. This might be as good a time as any for me to take a break, honestly. 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, he sat down. If this guy will play, we'll play some heads up. A lot of times these guys sit 6 max tables and then, okay, good, he's back. Probably because he thought he was going to be 3-handed though. 43, 8, 1.8. I'm not even going to isolate. So this guy accidentally, I don't think he wants to play heads up, so I think he's going to be sitting out here in a second. No, he's not. Okay, interesting. Hopefully, I think he's playing, hoping this guy will join. Hasn't worked yet. 4s have been very good to me lately. So I've got a couple viewers, it looks like, on YouTube. Thanks for stopping by, guys. We are going to call 3-bet here. Try and flop a set, which we do not. Terrible board for 4s. I'm not even going to float this. We'll just let that go. That's his first 3-bet too, so literally have anything. think we'll check. If it goes check check, we're gonna go bet. If he bets, we're just gonna go call. So yeah, we're just gonna bet pot and then bet 2/3 pot river if he calls. He shouldn't have jack 10. He shouldn't have an ace. He shouldn't have a better king. This guy raises pre almost all of his hands and then he just limped. So the only hand that would make sense for him to have there that beats us, like if he decided ace king or aces is how he wanted to play that, which would be kind of weird, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll just take a flop here. Second pair, backdoor, bad flush draw, backdoor straight draw. So we'll have to just kind of see how this one plays out. Probably peel one off. Yeah, $2, especially if he calls. So we're gonna take one. See how the turn develops. So it gives us a gut shot. Oh, dang. All right, gives us a gut shot. 2, 3, 4, 5. We will bet. It's an open ender. Alright. Oh, we have trips. We're just gonna value bet that. I should have value bet smaller. I didn't see the size of his stack, so he probably would be apprehensive. Though mathematically, it doesn't make a difference. I think he'd be a little apprehensive to call off that much of his stack. So I probably should have bet smaller. Quit limping buttons on me, buddy. Ace jack will raise under the gun. And 7-5 will raise. Fold to steal 100. If he's going to continue to fold pre, we'll just try and make his life miserable. Flop trips. Shallow stacks, we're going to check back. I assume he's snap folding here, but can't really check back again. I mean, I guess you could. It's pretty obvious he has like literally nothing, so maybe check back again would be okay. We have backdoor nut, straight draw, backdoor nut, flush draw. I think we're going to fire one, and then if it's a good turn for us and the pot becomes heads up, I think I'll fire two. That's not a good turn for us. 7-8 actually improves. I just don't see him. Actually, we have no stats on him anyway. I think we're just going to give up. Wish I saw how quickly he checked here. That's 637. Oh, there's 927 in the pot. Yeah, that's fine. You can have it. All right, this table is a must go broke if I want to keep playing, which I do with him here. I need a stack, like immediately, to the point where I'm willing to like donate 789 just to increase my equity against this guy. Ace 3. Alright, that's fine. We're gonna jam. If he raises, I'm just gonna jam. If he raises, I'm just gonna jam for sure. Oh gosh. Alright, well, we either need to like double up twice, which would be fine, or go broke. Fold to steal 40. Don't really, like, I have something against just like actually polishing it off, even though I'm almost positive mathematically it would be worth paying $10 to get a $50 stack with him at the table. Though his stats have actually not, they've come down quite a bit. So 38, 27, 3-bet 12, still pretty bad, or at least too aggressive. He's not super aggressive post flop though. He's a bad player. Playing way too many hands pre and not aggressively post. I really wish Ignition wouldn't do this to me, but okay. And they check to me. He checks to me. We'll just take a stab here at the very bottom of our range. But we are going to do that. Alright. Kind of want to see a queen out here. And no ace, but there's an ace. There's a queen. Actually, the way it checks through leads me to believe we might be in a good spot. Yeah, Queens is gonna hold. Not win a big one, but that's okay. stuck, are we? 3 buy-ins.